brain.
Very good brain. So, we will now begin. Who remembers what happened last time?
No.
No.
We fought a nightmare?
You
Yeah,
did!
we fought a chimera. That's pretty much all that happened.
Yeah, that's more or less. I mean, that wasn't all that happened.
Pretty much.
Last session, we got to see what y'all did within, not the full city, but the district. Making some headway on ruining, whoops, wrong layer. Made some headway on ruining the plans of the stepsisters through multiple actions of spying, faulty equipment making, as well as learning their schedules and locations. And then while kind of discussing what to do, you had a very panicked knock at your door, Fritz, as a nightmare was rampaging through the street in front of your shop.
It was my esteemed establishment, actually.
Your steamed establishment, yep.
Thank you.
/ maybe headquarters for a group of people doing treason,
It's fine.
depending on your definition of treason.
It's not treason. She's an illegitimate queen.
It's true. It's only treason if you believe that person deserves to rule.
You know, in a world made of fairy tales, that might be more true than you think.
Sure.
But yeah, you guys killed the nightmare. I believe its head is in your shop. I'm sorry, your esteemed establishment. And
You can call it whatever you want. I was just fucking with it.
and Machili is freaking out, hyperventilating because she almost
Oh,
died.
yeah, I forgot about Machili.
I just
Yeah.
forgot that was her name.
Yeah, it's a good name, I think.
I feel like I never
Maggie?
registered that her name was Machili.
Machili. Matchilli. And with that, we shall
Writing
begin
shit down.
Chapter 5 of City of Dreams. So, fresh off the battle.
Fresh off the boat. I'm sorry.
Yep, fresh off the boat. You have a head in your shop.
I have a head in my shop?
The Chimera's head.
Oh, right.
The Nightmare's head, sorry.
I thought you meant a person's head. I was like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see where the rest of the
Imagine
session
that.
goes.
Human doesn't mean it doesn't have a head.
No, you're
God,
right.
Mel.
You're right. I don't know why I forgot that was a thing that could happen.
Currently, there are 7 heads in your shop. One of them is dead.
One of them is unattached.
Yeah. One has been
Seven-
removed.
We've collected the 7
Oh.
heads of heart. Now we
Right.
can open the door to Kingdom Head.
Oh no.
Ooh. Okay. For a reminder, Machili is a halfling. She has a peg leg, and is presumably from the church. We didn't actually get a chance to have you talk to her before everything went down. Well, I mean, it was going down when she came.
Yeah, but she brought the piece of paper.
She did, yes. She brought the piece of
And,
paper.
I recognized her. So.
Yeah. You did. She is currently underneath one of your tables. Actually, wait. Fritz,
Yeah.
are the tables and things in your shop you height? Or...
There is an assortment. The main table is Fritz height, but there is a couple of normal sized tables. The Fritz height table has a stool that they stand on.
Okay. So I'm going
Sometimes it's, you can't get tables the right size, so you just steal normal people sized tables.
So I'm going to say she is currently hiding under a Fritz size table. Just kind of rocking back and forth as best as she can with a peg leg.
She lying down, rocking back and forth?
No, kind of the sitting, would have knees to her chest if she had,
I
like,
guess you could technically need toes to do that. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I was picturing her in the fetal position laying down, so I couldn't really wrap my head around why she would need toes.
Fair.
A
Oh,
walk?
also, there is still the sounds of freaking out outside because despite the fact that you've killed the nightmare, people are still freaking out about what just happened.
Yeah, they're allowed. I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's valid.
So with that all established, what do y'all do?
Well, there's 7 heads.
This isn't our problem.
There's 7 heads in my shop, in my esteemed establishment.
Yeah.
Including an extra person's head. Not just the head, but the whole person.
Yeah.
I feel like... Hold on, I need to roll a dice to see if I'm gonna be a dick or not. It's how I say this that matters. Because I don't remember what I said last time. So I'll duck down. You know, survey the tables. And I'll see her there. You know. And I'll crouch down. And there's like a metal ring on the ground. And I'll pull it real hard up. There is a basement.
Is it safe out there now?
Define safe. It's never safe.
The nightmare is gone, if that was what you were worrying about.
That is what I was worried about.
I mean, if you'd like to look over there, and she'll just point in the direction of the decapitated head.
She will kind of lean to the side to look past Fritz, see the head, and like you see the color just drain from her face.
Mary will then take a step in between so she's not, like, staring at it for too long.
I would just recommend going downstairs. It's safer.
Oh, okay.
Make you feel better. You can't see outside. Just go. We follow.
She goes down to the basement and just says, "I'm used to being in basements now."
Safer, no windows.
Do you lead her down there, or do you just let her go sit down there for a bit?
Well, I said we'd join her, so...
Yeah. Do you, like, join her right away, or do you guys discuss anything beforehand?
I'll let her go down. I'm not gonna lock her in. Like, I'm not gonna shut the door. Right, I'll leave the door open.
Okay.
Give her space. But, yeah. I'll wait a minute to see if anybody has anything to say.
Out of character, I have so many questions about what the, like, ethicality of beheading a monster that used to be a person.
Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah,
I'm
I think we
thinking
mentioned this a
about it.
little bit last time.
Well-
We'll just kind of ignore that fact.
It's one of those things where it's very sad, especially for the family. But unfortunately, when someone turns into a rampaging monster that's only goal is to destroy and kill, you kind of just have to write it off as a loss.
Okay, but here's the question: do we return the head to the family? Would that be less bad? Because I don't know if I had a loved one turn into a monster, I don't know if I would want its decapitated head back and be like, "Here is your dad. Sorry, we killed him.
That would mean we'd have to know who it was as well, though, right?
Sorry, we killed your friend. Here's his head, but not the way that you used to know it."
Which is also 100% harder right now considering everyone is mixed a bunch the districts. And you already got a clue that he is probably not from this district.
Bands.
But to answer the question more directly, the moral conundrum is just that it's sad but happens, and that's an unfortunate reality of this world.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail it.
No, this is great. I love getting to talk about this kind of thing. Because it is a very important part. The reason this city existed was to get away from this stuff. So, and I don't know how much Puppet would know particularly. But in general, it just happens. There is not like you guys are going to be in trouble for having killed this person. In better circumstances, there'd be the possibility of you all being deemed heroes for saving the day and saving people from it. Unfortunately, the times as they are being this rough, maybe not. Would kind of have to see in the long run how it goes, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. I can't really think of our world equivalent, really.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
But does anybody
very-
have questions in character? I'm just kidding. Y'all can talk. What were you gonna say, Ellie? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say this is very like wartimey ethics, but also, in character. Two things before we head on down there, right? Head, and also, and she kind of like does the Will Smith gesturing to his wife on the red carpet kind of
Oh
flourish.
yes, we all
Yeah.
know. Look
But
at my
at a
wife.
window. Yeah, look at my wife, but it's at a window, and she goes, "Pandemonium." Do we got to deal with that too, or are we just gonna let that one slide?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
just people. Seeing what people
I think the
do.
people can deal with themselves. We did deal with the monster. I think the people can sort
My
themselves out.
only worry is if there's pandemonium this close, are the big sisters gonna come hunting? Try to sniff out what's going on around here.
There are currently 4 dead stepsisters outside your house.
Fuck.
I mean, killed by the nightmare, but still.
That doesn't matter. They're still in my property. God.
Right. So, as much as I do want to deal with the Machili downstairs, I think it might be a little bit more important to deal with making sure we don't get caught with Machili downstairs by the stepsisters.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. That's a very good point. I agree. 1 moment, please. Duck my head down. Do you mind staying here while we go assess the damage?
No, you take your time.
Okay then. Crab will keep you company, keep you safe, just in case anything bad happens. And he stalks down the stairs.
A quadrupedal large creature. Yep.
She will, Mary will also use prestidigitation to kind of create a small little light that, more for the light, more than just light, what it's specifically doing is, replicating warmth.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That helps calm her down a bit.
Yeah, it's like the phosphorescence under sea, kind of like a murky brightness that, as she gets closer to it, it does warm her, and it's just meant to help calm her down a bit.
Nice. Okay.
Crumb will lay a respectable distance away from her until she's comfortable.
Okay, fair enough. Crumb is very sentient in that way and can do that.
Because I said so.
Yeah, exactly. That's how this works.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say? For
I'm sorry, I don't have anything to say. I have a really bad charisma score.
Jesus. Right. So how do we want to do this? Because there's a lot going on at once right now. So maybe split us up a little bit. Someone takes care of the head, someone takes care of the pandemonium, a couple people take care of the bodies. You know, just something to make sure that we're getting this done toot sweet, as it were.
Are we dealing with the bodies? Because we are gonna get in trouble, I feel, if we move those. It makes it look real suspicious, and yeah, okay, we killed this nightmare, but that doesn't mean that it is.
We also don't have the head of the nightmare anymore because it's in here. So unless we go put it back outside, what with you know, making it look like we didn't kill the stepsisters. That's just my big concern, making sure that the other stepsisters know we didn't do none here, for once.
But
Not that I wouldn't wish.
if that's the case, then we would have to erase the memories of every single person that just saw us do that. So,
I mean, we didn't kill the stepsisters, just the nightmare.
no, I know that. I mean, I mean that Donkey has a point. If we move them, as opposed to perhaps speaking to the stepsisters, we run the same risk, regardless.
Fair. It was just an idea, what with not much of us coming up with any right at that moment.
Yeah, no, I like all ideas. All ideas are good ideas. It's just a matter of how we.
Untrue, but understandable.
Listen,
I don't
progression
think that
is different.
I think that them being out there dead is probably bad because then it's going to draw attention to us. But I also don't think that, like, if we drag them away and are like, oh, these people died over there, but we move them to a place that doesn't know about what's happening.
What if we just call the stepsisters over?
Are you going to do the talking? Because I sure don't want to talk to them.
Look, I certainly can do the talking.
I mean, I can, but I don't think you want me to.
I don't know if you've ever seen me talk before, but it never goes well.
Yeah,
I can do
I'm
it.
on the same boat.
You want to do a puppet? I wouldn't mind letting you do it.
Yeah, I think I trust Puppet the most to talk to them. No offense. I trust you for other things. Talking to the stepsisters is not on that list. I mean that in a really nice way, actually. If I want to smuggle some things, I'm calling you. I am not asking you to talk to authorities, though. I think Puppet's probably our best bet.
Totally understandable. I, too, do not like authority. Particularly them bitches called stepsisters.
Yeah, Puppet, you won't mention the lady downstairs or the rebellion or the bad
No,
weapons.
I will simply tell them that they have to come. That there are some stepsisters have been injured and that they should be returned to their families. I hope they have families.
Well,
Oh, it'd be sad if they did.
do not know. Cannot claim to know.
Yes, I doubt.
What about the rest of us?
About what?
The rest of us? Not, you know.
Well, we do
the
gotta
other
do the
three?
pandemonium, but I do genuinely think that maybe it will die down. Like, I don't want to deal with that because I feel like that's bringing more attention to us again. I think once the stepsisters' dead bodies are gone, that they will probably calm down. In theory.
I wouldn't mind if it's necessary doing a little ditty just to help you know, maybe quiet everyone else down.
Well, I mean, be
Yeah.
my guest to do that, yeah. An idea, because I don't, and I think it'll chill.
Perhaps if that's the case, Donkey, Essel, would you be willing to, then perhaps take a perimeter walk with me.
Or
See what might be going on around the shop, if there's more, anything like that. Not getting involved.
no, I would be okay with that. I will come on a
Oh,
perimeter
wonderful.
walk. I think that's probably a good idea. We can even scout out for people who are suspicious of
Yeah, might be hurt and
us.
still savable.
Yeah. Well,
And how are
that's
you
not what
doing? Are
my
you
thought was,
okay?
but yeah.
Are you hurt?
I don't remember if I got hurt. Give me 1 second.
I think I healed somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got healed. I was
I
like,
got
I am
hit.
not, but I'm pretty sure I did get hit.
I got hit too, so I don't know if it was me or you that got hurt.
I definitely usually get hurt, so it was probably me. But I'm full, so we're good.
I'm not full.
Me either, but more importantly, just making sure nobody is about to hit the floor. Other than
Ah, yeah,
Crumb.
no.
I need to check on Crumb later. Crumb took many hits.
I mean, I have 18 health, but I can heal myself.
Then let's go, team. Team.
Go, Tim.
Team.
And
You're making
break.
fun of me.
Go team venture.
Okay. So of that, who's gonna go first on their rolls?
What is the... You can go in order, because that way it's Allie, Artemis, and then me and Jer last, so we can go together.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Unless somebody
Yeah, I'm
wanted
maybe-
to go first.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Personally, I think Artemis should go first because they've got the really big one coming up.
Okay, fair enough. We can switch
Yeah.
then.
That's
I'm
also
fine
fine.
with going first.
Okay, Artemis. Thankfully, you know where all the stepsisters hang out now.
I do. They hang out, just to the south of the Huntsman's Tavern or whatever, right?
Yep.
No, they hang out at the Bullseye.
Yeah, which is southeast. But also you've been doing a lot of people watching, so you kind of also know their routes and stuff.
Oh, you remember my thing.
I did. So you could probably not even have to take. That's a very long walk. Be the biggest
If I really wanted
conglomeration
to,
of them.
if I really wanted to, I could turn into a horse, probably.
You're
How
right.
many
You
fucking
could.
uses do I have left of?
I don't think you used any in the battle.
No, I did because I used Starry Form.
Oh, right. You did use Starry Form, so you'd have one left.
Yes. No, I still have a wild shape use.
Yeah. So it's up to you. Do you want to head to the Bullseye, or do you want to find them more nearby?
I feel like if I just head south, I'm probably going to run into one eventually
True.
as I get closer to where they hang out, which is, the Huntsman's Tavern is where their boss hangs out. So there's probably some of them there too. I'm not going to walk all the way there, but maybe I'll run into somebody.
Yes, you will run into somebody. And it's somebody you recognize.
I hope it's not the Huntsman.
No, it is not the Huntsman. Do you remember the couple of stepsisters you all interrogated?
God damn it!
In quotes.
Yes!
Yes. Okay, good. So standing before you as you're walking down the road, currently she is heading towards the commotion, is a half-elf woman. She has silver hair, blue eyes, locks. Only one of your eyes is visible, right? Or
Only one
are
of my eyes? Yeah.
none of... Are either of your eyes visible?
I mean, you can see I have eyes. They are big glass eyes.
Yeah, but you're wearing like that bag, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can tell I have eyes.
Okay, either way. Looks at your eyes. I want you to make an insight check.
I don't like this. I rolled a 14. I mean, I got a 14. I rolled a 10.
Okay, 14. With the 14, you kind of see the way she stares for a second. And there's something there. But there's also that look of not knowing who you are. There's a lack of recognition. Because as you remember, she got hit so hard that she lost her memory of that day.
Well, there's two ways I could play this. I could either really lean into this and pretend there's no possible reason for any of this to be happening. If I just play it real cool, or I could go find another group of stepsisters, but that would take longer. Okay, question.
Okay.
This is a group of stepsisters, right?
Yeah, it's her and like two others.
Do I recognize the other ones?
You do not.
Right. Killed all of her friends.
Hey, there is, I think, still one other alive with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I very much let more than one of those bitches get away.
I mean, okay. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna throw caution to the wind. I'm just going to run up in, like, one of those, like, oh my god, please help moments.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, Miss Stepsister, ma'am, there was a nightmare, and, oh my gosh, it killed... Oh, no, this is way too animated for Puppet. And it killed some other stepsisters, but I guess somebody else killed it? It's... people are panicking?
Okay.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah. This is a very interesting moment for Puppet. I need you to roll something.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'm going to let you choose. I'm not going to say which is the easier role in this situation. It is either, I mean, it's a charismatic role. It is either going to be persuasion or deception. One of them has a lower DC. But I won't say which one it is.
Well, you know what? Both of those rolls suck for me, so it's fine. I'm prepared. I have options
Okay.
in cases like this. We're just gonna go with persuasion.
Okay.
Puppet's not trying to be deceitful. They are just trying... Look, lying has never come to Puppet easily. They are just trying to be as honest as possible in this situation. I'm gonna roll persuasion. 19.
Oh, that is a very good roll.
It's 18 plus 1.
So you run up, you give your speech, and partway through the speech, you notice that the weird look of, like, she's trying to remember something, like, but can't quite reach it. She kind of drops that. And very quickly after you finish, it's just like, well, come now, show me the way.
I do so.
Okay. You lead the small group back towards Fritz's shop, and she surveys the current state of the street, sees the fallen stepsisters on the ground, and kind of just gestures towards the remains of the nightmare.
I'm going to say, No, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say I hope none of them were your friends, but holy shit, that would be a terrible thing to say.
What's your charisma score?
1.
No, like, what's the actual number? Is it 11?
13.
13? Okay. If it was going to be like 11 or 10, I was going to say you accidentally say that out loud.
Look, that was a moment of, like, genuineness, because, like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, oh man, I really hope you didn't know any of them, but then, like, oh shit, right, we killed your friends, didn't we? Fuck.
You did kill other of her friends. Yeah.
Look, I have nothing against this lady, even if she's supporting a horrible occupational regime.
Oh, and you first saw her when she was beating up a guy.
I mean, maybe she was peer pressured into it. I don't know.
All right. Well, as she kind of looks it over, she just says, I take it that's the nightmare you're referring to.
Yes. Unless there's another one, I don't think there is.
Did you happen to see who had taken him out?
Who did the last hit, Michael? Do you remember?
I don't. Does anyone?
How long has it been?
Since April?
Like a month or 2.
Yeah, I know it wasn't me who did that.
I don't think it was me.
It was either Mary or Fritz.
I was hoping we could process of elimination, okay?
It might have been Crumb.
Oh, it probably was Chrome.
Big Beastie.
It had to have been a sword because the head got cut off.
Still could be Mary or Fritz because Fritz uses a hatchet and or hand axe.
Mary has a long sword.
Yeah.
For
I'm just gonna say that I was there, but I was too busy trying to see if any of the stepsisters were still alive. Which is a thing I definitely did at some point.
yeah, you did do that. I wasn't gonna make you roll more anyway. That was your other. Okay.
Have I left the scene by the time that Puppet has brought in the sisters?
I fucking hope you did.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Okay.
timey-wimey this a little bit.
Okay, fantastic. Because I don't want to blow Puppet's cover by accident, but I was like, hold on, I want to make sure we have it.
Yeah, no worries. Well, we're going to have to, at some point, track down who have done this and bring a cleanup crew. All right. Well, as one of the captains of the stepsisters, I will send word to get this taken care of. Thank you very much for bringing this to our attention.
It's no problem. I'm going to go on my way now. Have a nice day. And I'm going to leave.
Okay. So, the stepsisters are going to be cleaned up. Best term I can come up for that.
Retrieved.
Retrieved. Allie. So, Puppet ran off to go find a stepsister.
Okay. And so Mary will probably go outside and kind of see how bad the pandemonium is first before she makes any decisions.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Well, I can do that. 19?
19. Wow, lots of 19s today. The two rolls.
12 plus 7.
So, with the 19, the pandemonium is pretty intense because, again, this shouldn't happen here, so people are freaking out. You do, with the 19, also notice some people trying to rummage through the stepsisters and kind of get some things off of the nightmare's body. Less so of that, mostly screaming, panicking, running. Very quickly you hear some rumors about how the stepmother must have somehow turned this person into a nightmare. Or perhaps the stepsisters are doing it themselves, or what have you. So what do you do?
First things first, I think Mary would kind of not love the idea of people looting the bodies of the dead. Ironically, because I know I'm very much a loot person. So hold on, I'm gonna see if I can do that with this. Hold on, I'm checking my spells. I want to see if I can. Ah, fantastic! I would like to cast Minor Illusion, so that all the looters will hear very quietly, but just like very quietly to them. I wouldn't touch that if I were you. If you'd like to keep your hands, that is.
Make an intimidation.
No, that's fine by me. Cocked. 21?
Oh. You see them instantly stop. One person kind of eyes you, and their hand starts heading back towards the body as they just stare at you.
She will lock eyes and just very quietly place her hand on her longsword.
The hand retreats. They stand up and start walking away very slowly.
She'll kind of nod, and, you know, she won't touch the bodies, but for the people who are screaming, she clocks in on the rumors. I think what she'll do is try and get somewhere a little bit higher, so, like, soapbox herself. And, again, using Minor Illusion, make her voice a little bit bigger, and kind of, in her best, like... Ooh, actually, hold on, let me double check something. Do I have... the one time I don't have Disguise... Oh, I do have Disguise Self. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to make her look like a big sister.
Okay.
And then she's gonna stand up on the soapbox and fully pretending to be a cop. We'll just be like, big sister. I keep saying big sister because I'm thinking of BioShock.
Yeah, no, I
And the
understand.
Big daddies.
There's also a
Little
big
sisters.
Got a
sister.
drill for an arm.
There is a big
Yeah.
sister in BioShock 2.
Exactly. See, I just really love BioShock. Okay.
2 of the 3 games are really good.
Agreed. And if I don't know which one you're saying is not the good one, but we're not going to talk about that because that will break a friendship for me. We'll talk about it later. And then maybe I won't be here next time. She'll kind of get up on the soapbox and, in disguise as a big sister, will start making a semi-official sounding announcement that the big sisters have this handled. Kind of. Because, like, I don't think we want it known that we're the ones... Actually, let me double check that with the group. Guys, do we want it known that we are the ones that killed this thing, or do we want to pretend that it was the big sisters that did it?
Sorry, I could not unmute myself to save my life. It's a good question.
Yeah, I was gonna also say great question because I don't want them to have the credit, but also we don't need that heat.
That's what I mean. The other thing I could do is then soapbox myself and start singing and doing like a Tale of Robin Hood type thing. We're like creating a fictional group to then solve the problems. I had 2 ideas and that was it.
I think we've already kind of like become pretty well known. That was like one of the things that was established last time.
Mike,
think
can we
so.
confirm?
But out of character, I already just lied and said I don't know who did it. So
That's why I'm also like I don't know if we want to take credit, especially if you're lying. I feel like we would have established if we were all gonna lie about this.
Yeah.
But Mike, did we get notoriety last time?
You didn't get any notoriety for doing this.
No. I mean, does the town know who we are?
this is a
Oh,
whole
they're
separate
starting
issue.
to.
They're starting to.
Yeah. Let me, because you got doing all your stuff, you got a bit of reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
your
also remember that.
yeah, your fame is at +1. So when you're trying, if you as yourselves are trying to do charismatic things with the townsfolk here, you have an easier time with it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay. If that is the case, I will. I won't use the disguise self. I'll do it as myself because I'll at least have an easier time with the charisma. But I will still make an official sounding announcement.
Okay.
It's just very much like, good evening to all of Kinderhertz District. While you have seen something tonight that was highly distressing, please note that this was not intended nor expected, and the situation has been taken care of in the most expedited means possible. We do appreciate your oh shit, what's the word? This is me as the player buffering. Fuck. Cooperation with any and all clearing out of the area. Please do not panic. Please go to your homes. You will be safe, and we will be having a very good rest of our evening. Thank you and have a good night. Something along those lines.
That was really
Thank you
good.
for shopping at Walmart.
I'll let
The
you
door
either
is closed in
do
10 minutes.
I'll let you do either persuasion or performance.
Ooh. Funnily enough, my persuasion's higher.
I can see that happening.
That's cocked. Ew. 22.
22, yeah. So your words and the way you say them definitely help calm down the people. It takes a little bit to finally get everyone going. And you can tell people are still freaked out, but they're at least not panicking. The rumors are still going, but people are starting to clear out the street because they realize things here might get a little rough soon as authorities are going to come by.
Yeah, at one point she'll have definitely made sure to mention, like, the big sisters, or stepsisters, are on their way. Please clear the neighborhood.
So they start clearing. You get down off your soapbox. And one person comes up to you, a human, and she, as the only person who's kind of come forward with any sort of authority on the matter, is just going to be asking you, do we have any idea what happened here? And as she does, Mary, her voice sounds so good and so soothing. And you just hear in the back of your mind, you need to take that.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I thought it was gonna be people that were bad, not fucking civilians. She kind of freezes for a moment because this voice in her head is something very new to her. She's not very comfortable with it. And I just saw Mel's message. She freezes. She kind of gets very, like, pursed lips for a moment before she smiles. Yes. I don't actually know of anything that happened this evening, nor why it came about, but, if you get me your name, I can be sure to get that information back to you.
Yeah, my name is Genevieve, and she gives like her general address and where you can find her.
What? I personally don't know what it means to steal a voice in this game. What would that look like if I were to try and do it? Just for the sake of knowledge, not because I'm actually going to do it in this moment.
I'm going to let you decide that.
But, like, I don't have to, like, fight them. I don't have to kill them. I
Nope.
can just take a voice.
You can just take a voice. The look and way it's done, I'll let you be the discretion on that one. It could be subtle. It could be brutal. It could...
I have one question that I'm going to DM you because I don't know if this is going to work.
Sure.
Does that work? The way that I'm thinking it would work?
I think you could, yes.
This is a terrible thing to do, and I'm going to do it anyways.
I mean, you're in a pact with a very magical being. Whether or not you're doing terrible things, I think is a moot point.
Hey, no, I feel bad about this one, man. I, the player, feel bad about this. But as Genevieve is talking, and saying everything about her address, at one point, Meredith will ask her to repeat herself, having caught all the information. And as Genevieve repeats it, she will, at the same time, say the same information, steal her voice, and then cast Gift of Gab.
Okay. Is it a saving throw on their part at all?
Nope.
No, it's not. Wow.
Nope. Gift of Gab just happens. It's instantaneous.
That's incredible. That is a strong spell.
It's only the last 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So she just doesn't remember what I've said in the last 6 seconds.
I mean, you can get away with a lot of things in 6 seconds. As we're now currently seeing.
This is why I had to DM you first, because I was like, if this wouldn't even work at the start, I'm not even gonna attempt it. But since you were like, yeah, bet, pop off.
Yeah.
Like, aight, get me the first voice.
Yeah, okay. So. Yeah, so I want you to kind of... What's it look like when you take the voice then?
When she does it, it doesn't actually look like much. If anything, it's more of a verbal thing than it is a physical thing. It's not like the Little Mermaid, the little voice comes out of your mouth. No. It's literally like the volume goes quieter and quieter and quieter until it's gone. And what you hear from Mary, on the other hand, is Mary speaking with 2 voices simultaneously. And then once the voice is gone, Mary's voice comes back as it was. Gift of Gab, it all goes away.
All right. And because what she remembers is giving you the information, she is satisfied and is going to go and wait, not knowing that she can no longer speak.
The moment that she turns around, you can see Mary's face fall with the absolute gravity of what she's just done. She kind of gets pale to the face and like quickly stumbles inside, Fritz's place, like back to the door, like heavy, like almost hyperventilating.
All right. So, continuing down the list then, we have Mel and Jer for Fritz and Donkey.
Yo. Yeez.
We will start with a nice stroll around the perimeter.
Yeah. I want you to give me a perception check there, Fritz.
Where's my perception? Okay.
Sometimes I forget I have a 0 in stealth. What a time to be alive.
You're a rogue, but you're also a donkey.
I also specifically said when I made this character that I do things by like distraction, not by stealth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like the street magician kind of pickpocket, not a like stealth, like more of a like, ooh, what's in my hand? And then it's like, oh, haha, card, but then I have taken their wallet.
Right.
You know? Sorry, what was your roll?
19.
19.
Sorry, I digressed.
Yeah. So as you start doing a run of the perimeter, Fritz, you notice that the weapons on the ground by the stepsisters were the weapons you had made.
Were they good ones or bad ones?
Bad ones.
Yoink.
So what is it you're looking for as you do the run of the perimeter?
Okay, just 1 second. I'm trying to read something real quick. Sorry.
Just gonna fucking dodge that moral quandary.
It was done on purpose.
Yep. Maybe not for this extent, but...
Okay, perfect. I do have a bag of holding on me, yes, so I'm just going to stick those swords into the bag of holding. So if they
Okay.
come around, I'm not holding a bunch of swords.
Right. Which you can hear Mary giving... well, I guess technically since the people were rifling through the stepsisters, you first watched Mary scare some people off, quickly grab those swords, and now Mary is giving her speech.
I will use my goblin feet if I have to. You know that thing where you just go real fast.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, you have 2 of them.
Yep. It's true. And then I'm looking for anyone who might be injured, but alive. I'm also looking for any other disturbances, like people maybe
Yeah. I would be looking for
doing that
sus
shit.
people.
Yeah, that one. Sus people doing that shit that people do when things go crazy.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, Mary scared off some of them. But with your 19 there, you definitely see down the ways from where the nightmare had come from. Maybe like visible. There are some people who were clearly injured but not killed. Oh,
Okay.
also, definitely there are other people that have been killed.
Fair enough.
100% it was not just the stepsisters. There are a number of dead bodies. But you see there are people who have been injured but not killed.
That's good. I mean, if Donkey here is okay with it. Donkey looking for sus.
I'm
I
looking
will-
for sus.
I
Yeah.
will go in and assist the people that might need some help with a couple cure wounds.
Okay. While you're going to cure wounds, I'm going to quickly get our perception check from Donkey.
I do want to stay close-ish to Donkey, so if something is terrible, I can run back.
Okay.
I perceive nothing. I got a 5.
A 5.
Yeah, I know what people look like.
You know what people look like. And with a 5, not too far from where Fritz is, as you guys are kind of walking down this area, you see in an alleyway a ripple of a cloak going around a corner.
Well, that's kind of sus. Can I follow it?
You can. You start heading towards the alleyway, but by the time you get past that corner, the person is long gone, if they were even there at all. I'll let you give an investigation check.
Absolutely, I'll investigate. Man, I sometimes forget how shit donkey stats are. My goodness. Well, that was a 6. I miss Jack of all trades right now. It's horrible.
Is it possible for me to see this struggle and give a help?
Unfortunately, you are too busy doing other things. You're currently healing.
I'm aware, but I did say I was going to keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair
you did
enough.
see Donkey go down that way, but by the time you finished healing up these few people, I assume Donkey you've headed back, or are you
I
gonna?
didn't realize
and I
that there
didn't-
was a
I
full
didn't-
split.
I didn't go very
It-
far. Yeah, I didn't think I was far.
No, you weren't far. Like it's like you're on opposing sides of a street, and Donkey just saw something, so you went into the alleyway to look and have come back.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So you're always within eye shot of each other, especially since Donkey's just heading right back.
Fritz, I think I just seen something fucking weird.
No offense, but there's been a lot of weird things.
I
today.
mean-
what kind of weird?
You're not wrong. I don't know. I don't really know what I seen. I think I seen like cloak, but like a suspicious cloak.
A suspicious club.
Yeah, I don't know what I seen. I went over there to investigate, but it was gone. So I don't even know if it was real. I don't know. I don't know what I seen.
I mean, we can do. We can do a peek around the corner.
I already did a peek around the corner. I didn't see nothing.
Maybe if there was something suspicious, say headed back towards the chaos. That's where I would
Maybe.
go if there was something suspicious.
Yeah, like
if I
double
was a
suspicious.
suspicious person.
You know, like double up the suspicious to hide in the like crowd and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
everyone's
exactly.
suspicious over here.
that you are very smart.
Sometimes. I mean, normally I'm smart. But yeah, I don't know what I seen, so I'm not feeling too smart right at this exact second.
Well, smarts and eyesight are two different things.
That's true. That's true. I'll let you have that one.
Sometimes I think I see things all the time, and then I remember sometimes you cannot trust your eyes. But you can always trust. Well, no, that's a lie. You cannot always trust your brain. But you
I've
can
always
try.
trusted my eyes, but not always trusted my brain. So I mean, that's a new one for me. But sure, pop off.
I will pop.
All right.
Is that how you pop off?
No, but I'm here for it. I like that. Yeah. Pop off. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with that. I've never seen anyone take that so literally. So I mean, yeah.
I was raised in a barn. What can I say?
You were raised in a barn?
Aren't we all?
Is that what you just said to me?
I did say that because it is true. Yes.
Are you being real with me right now? Because
I am being the most real. It was
I
not
usually
a,
get I
not
usually
a
get told I
joke.
was raised. The people think I was raised in a barn, so I wasn't sure if you were like being rude.
Well,
me
yeah,
or-
that wouldn't be very nice. Is it just because you are half donkey?
No, because I'm kind of an ass.
I get it.
That's funny.
I got that joke.
That is especially funny since you was one saying it.
Thank you. Sometimes I can joke about myself. I'd rather be the one.
Yeah, do you mind if I partake in laughter?
Absolutely. Pop off.
Pop.
I love that. Good for you.
Shall we pop back off down the road then? See if we cannot find more.
Ease. Let's go. Did you heal these people?
Yes, whether they got up or not right now is not my prerogative. So at least
Okay.
okay. At
Alright,
least I
well,
think they are. I'm just assuming
yeah, well, I mean, it's as good as we can get.
because the DM has not said otherwise.
No, I mean, during all this, you were able to heal quite a few people and help. I imagine you weren't just standing there talking, you were continuing to heal people.
Wiggle my way down the road.
Yeah. Cure wounds here and there.
Is it possible while we are out this far? Sorry if I take up a little bit of extra time. Is it possible to see if there's any indication of where the chimera came from, where the nightmare might have lived, the origins of such? Is there marks on the street? I know there's a trail of bodies, but does it lead anywhere? If it's too far, I will not go too far. I'll come back for everyone else.
No. You kind of already inspected where it had come from before Puppet was able to go through their clothes and find a watch.
Oh, well, yeah, I have that written down, but you said that they might have been from a different district, so I thought if that's the case, they might have been ushered here somehow and come from an area inside the district. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Give me an investigation on that.
Okie dokie. Okie donkey.
Okie donkey.
Okay, that's a 17 on the die plus 6.
17 on die plus 6 is 23. Looking around investigating, unfortunately there's no one around that can give concrete information. The ones that were nearest that you know of are dead.
To be specific, I'm not looking for people to talk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
There isn't any physical signs of exactly what happened. But with that investigation, I will not let you. You find not quite near the body or where his clothes were. Ooh, excuse me. But a little bit ways away, you can see a wristband much like your own just lying on the ground.
Same color?
Not same color, but same style.
I'll look to see if anybody's around, and if not, I will retrieve.
Okay. So as you retrieve it, you can see the district name on there is Crystal Sail.
Donkey. Excellent. Look what I found.
Oh, that's not from the district we're in. Where is that district?
It says Crystal Sail, which, if I remember correctly, is down south. There's no compass on this map, so I'm just going to assume down is south.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's like a couple districts away. That's not like a close one. Interesting.
No, it isn't. It's quite far, actually. It's
Yeah.
where we were trying to get the cannons to.
I remember the cannons. That's interesting. Do you think that the nightmare could like get through the districts, or?
I don't know.
I mean, it definitely had its like wristband on up until this point, or else we wouldn't have it. Like, it's not like it broke off because it came like a beast, you know?
Yeah, but I imagine perhaps. Did Puppet actually tell us that he went to the other district? I feel like they did, but now I can't remember.
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. If there was a way that Puppet could do it, why not a nightmare?
Yeah, but like, do you think that they were in the nightmare form, or do you think they were in like a person form? Because I would imagine a chimera would be spotted before it made it to this district from 2 districts over. You know, like.
Actually, no, this is something different. Pocket Watch was from Nightlock, which is on the other side, much farther away. Perhaps this is something they could speak to the others about. They might have more ideas. I have ideas, but none of them would be very helpful right now without information.
Yeah, and I got no ideas, but I do got a couple questions, and I don't think anyone can answer them.
Oh,
For
that's
God,
fair.
maybe.
Would you like to hold on to this one?
Yeah, sure. Here, I'll put it in my jacket.
Thank you.
I
Give
got
it
some
over.
little secret pockets in the front.
Yeah, all I got is a bag of holding, but sometimes things get lost. I forget they exist.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it in the secret pocket right here. I mean, not the most secret because it's just a pretty standard inside jacket pocket. But, it's not going anywhere.
Okay, I trust you. So
Yeah.
let's go back then. Since it seems everything is okay around the shop, so
Things have quieted down. As you're heading back, you can see Puppet finishing up his conversation with the stepsisters. And they start spreading out, cleaning up the bodies as best they can. You took their swords. Do they notice they are weaponless?
do they notice they're weaponless?
Well, I'm going to give you a guess on what I rolled.
Probably
Give
pretty
me-
high.
Vime for them to be weaponless. I'd be like,
Keeping in mind that it's me, I'll let you guess what I rolled.
No, I don't want to.
You rolled an 8.
I simply wish for you to tell me the answer so I can adjust my strategy moving forward.
It was a 1.
Oh, good
Haha.
job.
I was close. I said
Thank you,
2.
Jer. Thank you.
21.
Ah.
Michael.
No, they don't notice. They are just currently trying to clean up a lot of dead stepsisters lately.
I'm just give them the eye. So try and scooch past them and go back into my shop.
Fritz and Donkey, you definitely recognize the one stepsister in charge.
I mean, fair. I wasn't the one downstairs,
Donkey, give me a perception check.
I'm like, yeah, even if they don't know, I don't remember if we blindfold them, but I got a distinctive voice. They would know who I was. Perception?
Yep.
19.
19. So
I wasn't a balls roll.
they were blindfolded, and you kicked them so hard they forgot everything about that day. Because you gave them a donkey kick. You see
My specialty.
you see that there is a notable scar on her head where you hit her.
Oh no, is it in the shape of a horse hoof?
Is it like a hoof print?
It's not like a hoof print, but it is definitely curved a little.
There's just
I
a hoof
definitely-
dent in her head.
I definitely need shoes put on, so.
She this is the Cinderella of the campaign, and she is finding the hoof that matches the scar on her face. That's not true, but that just came to my head, and that's so funny.
I'll change my shoes.
No, you notice the scar, knowing that was you, but no recognition from her.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna not make eye contact and try to look normal.
Yeah, fair. They are very busy at the moment, so they don't really pay much attention. You can join Puppet as you head back into the shop.
Hey, I didn't say I was going into the shop, okay?
Yeah,
Mary
you did.
did.
Mary did. I was wondering
I
what.
specifically just want to get around the stepsisters, and I will shoot them dirty looks, but it's okay. Can't
And I'm gonna
tell.
just look
have a lot of
completely
hair.
away. I see the scar and I just kind of like flip. I just like switch my head.
Okay.
You know?
So what are you doing, Puppet?
I mean, I'm probably going to take a walk around the district until the stepsisters leave.
Okay.
Just because I don't want the stepsister to see like 5 different people going into this one shop right next to a scene where some stepsisters died and there's a headless nightmare and everything else is also incredibly sus right now.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's very smart. Actually, I didn't think about that myself. Yeah, you can do a.
Don't have any ideas from things I'm saying.
Don't have any ideas. Just
Listen,
stop.
I've already gotten so
Brain
many
off.
ideas just from the things you guys have done.
No, brain turn off.
Um,
Shut.
Shut the up button.
Anyway,
I
Shut the
cast
favorite.
DM stop.
Good.
Yeah, so you can walk around and you can tell the vibes are off now.
just like everywhere.
Just everywhere. And this isn't even like I'm not even having you roll this because the only way you could fail is if you go into the negatives.
I don't think I can go into the negatives. None of my stats are that low.
Yeah, so like
Actually, no, you've seen my stats. I actually have pretty good stats.
Yeah, like mine are pretty close to going to the negatives, but not quite.
the vibes are so bad lately. Well, not lately. Since the lockdown had begun, people have been very mistrustful of each other, just because they want it to stop and will do whatever they can to get the lockdowns to stop. And if that means selling out your neighbor, they would. And now, on top of that, there's been a nightmare in city limits, and word spreads very quickly. And as much as people don't like the stepsisters, don't like stepmother, they don't like that even more. So now it is a very scared and tense feeling throughout the district.
Okay, they honestly think that this is going to stop if suddenly they find
Elizabeth.
yes. What you said.
Yep. I mean, it's hard to say. That's kind of the thought process of some, others not so much.
Damn, I can't wait. I can't wait until this fascist gets what she wants so she gives me my rights back. A thing that has happened ever.
Yeah, isn't that the case? But you know, panic, some people think that way.
Some people are stupid, Michael.
Yeah, I know. But not everyone is like that. For as much panic as there is still the people, much like yourselves, who are trying to make things better. So you do see people shutting down the rumors and conversations. You see people helping others who got hurt in the ruckus by running around and getting trampled a little bit. You even see people out there giving food around to make sure everyone is doing okay.
I mean, like, you know, while I'm waiting for the stepsisters to leave, I do the rounds and, like, check on some of the, like, old folks that I've helped before.
Yeah. And you've kind of become a very friendly face to those.
A friendly face.
A
Or
friendly,
lack thereof.
a friendly bagged face.
It's just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Just a happy little dude.
Friend.
As you check on them, they're very happy to for you to have come by to check on them, and B, that you're okay. And one elderly man actually gives you a flower.
What kind of flower, Michael?
It is a tulip. I'll let you pick the color.
Ooh. What color do tulips come in?
Every color.
Yeah.
They even come multicolored.
Yeah, tulips are a very versatile flower.
Typically,
Black.
though, they're most common in white, yellow, and red.
And pink.
And pink, yes.
I'm gonna say that it's pink.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
So you get a nice pink tulip from this old man who grins with a smile missing many teeth.
I thank him. And then I'm going to go back to the shop.
Okay. Fritz and Donkey, did you go into the shop right away after walking by the stepsisters, or did you also get a vibe check?
No, I walked past the
I
shop
gave
and
them
I
the look that I drew.
Yeah, I saw the look.
And then, yeah.
and I did a little walkie. I just like basically like walked somewhere else and then like 5 minutes later turned around. Like I just basically walked straight kind of away. Not straight away, that's suspicious, but like I walked away and then I came back.
Okay. You also get a very similar vibe that Puppet had gotten. It is
I'm
a...
entering.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I thought you were done. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. I was just going to continue flavoring it a little bit, but we're good.
Oh, okay. I would like to look for Mary. I'm assuming she's in here. I don't know if she is, but that's kind of the... I know where Puppet's gone. I saw them walk off. I know where Donkey is. I saw them walk off. I have not seen Mary.
Mary is inside Fritz's. How long has it been, Michael, since I got back?
Let's say 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, so she's managed to come down from the panic attack. That does not mean she doesn't look like she's had a panic attack.
Where would she be? Is she also hiding under tables? Did she go into the basement? Is she laying on a table? Or is she obvious? Is she out in the open?
She came in, she like hid behind the door to like hyperventilate for a bit. And then probably like paced herself into a false sense of calm. And like spent the rest of the time trying to gussy herself up to look somewhat normal when everyone came back.
Giving herself speeches? Is that what she's doing? Oh my god.
Look, sometimes you gotta emotionally up the party, and sometimes you gotta emotionally up yourself.
I love that for her.
True that.
Straight up, true dat.
Does it work? Questionable.
Debatable.
I can
Well-
roll for deception if you want, Mike.
Are you trying to deceive? Good question.
She does not want anyone else knowing. She's purposely doing this so that no one notices.
Then yeah, give a deception.
Nat one.
Well, let me
Nat
just make a
one
perception check.
Nat 1 plus 5.
Okay, you can still beat me. 7.
You're
I rolled a
absolutely
4 and I have a
perceiving
3.
things.
She's got like swollen eyes that like has been clear from like rubbing away tears and stuff. She
Oh,
like
bad allergies, huh?
she looks like she's like just like sweated a little bit too much for someone who is of water.
No, fair enough.
Mm.
Well, as I open the door then, and if she is most certainly out in the open, I will look behind, over my shoulder, and close it behind me, so as not to startle. Gentle, no slamming, which is what they were definitely going to do. Give her an up, down. Do you want to talk about it? Should I ask questions?
Nope.
Talking about what?
Nope, there's nothing to ask questions about.
It's a crazy weather we're having, yeah?
Yeah. Very crazy.
Lot of raining blood.
Raining blood.
That's what it feels like, end times.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Wait, am I back yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come back now too. Also, like I'll walk in.
Sure,
I-
narratively speaking, let's do that.
Pull a
Wow.
handkerchief from my
So-
pocket though and give it to her.
I walk in. Wow, you kind of look like shit. Are you good? You look like you've been crying a lot.
Wow, even I had more decorums in there.
I'm just saying it is like it is. I'm not gonna ask. I mean, unless you want to talk, I'll listen. I guess.
Oh. Fuck.
You
You see
alright?
Mary go deadpan, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're trying to say. But I think you've said enough.
Just wordlessly going to hand you the tulip.
She'll, like, take it very hesitantly, but she'll give it back.
My bad.
Are you taking the handkerchief that is held to you?
Oh, she probably, like, took the handkerchief, like, examined it for a moment, and then pulled one out herself.
Yeah, mine is better, so. It's not already wet.
I'm just gonna, like, while this is being handled, I'm just gonna, like, open up the basement and let Michele know we're back.
Oh yeah, it was never shut.
Oh,
She
okay,
had
good.
free
I'm glad
reign.
you. I'm glad you didn't lock her in
No,
there.
I specifically said that I did not shut the door.
Yeah.
Crumb is there to protect her, and she had free reign of the shop if she felt comfortable.
Like, does that mean Michele was witness, at least in secret, to all of Meredith's immediate breakdown?
How deep is that basement?
You know, it's deep enough for storage. Like storage of tools, things that are like big, awkward, clumsy materials that aren't used very often. Not huge though. It's about the size of the house, the shop, same dimensions. But somebody who is taller than 5'6" would probably have to crouch.
Okay. How loud was Mary?
Ooh. I mean, Mary probably initially came in a cussin'.
Fuck, shit, fuck, bitch, ass.
Like that one time when you raided me, Mike, and I just cussed you out for a solid minute.
Would you say she was swearing like a sailor?
Absolutely cussing like a sailor.
Okay, I can't make decisions for you, but consider it would be really fucking funny if Mary just forgot that she was there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like Mary has no clue. That's why. Mary 100% did not remember that this person was there. That's why she comes in a cussing.
Let me see if she heard. Hey, I rolled an 8.
Is that good?
No.
Okay,
But I think someone said 8 earlier when I asked what did I roll.
it's me.
Yeah, there we go. So no, she heard you come in and swearing, but didn't hear any of the subsequent stuff.
Oh, good. Okay.
And did not come up. Puppet, when you go looking down into the basement, you see Michele. So you see Crumb curled up in like a crescent moon shape, as animals are one to do, and
It's a croissant.
like a croissant, and Michele is laying back with her head on Crumb's body, so she's kind of wrapped around the croissant, in the croissant,
This is what I hope.
and she just kind of has her hands up and are just kind of picking at her nails and is just kind of talking to Crumb, being like, you know, they don't really think about how hard it is to like run a church and stuff, and you get a lot of responsibility thrown on you and it just never stops coming, but you just gotta smile with it and take it as it goes. And it's just, I wish we'd get a little more recognition for all of that work, you know.
Crumb makes whatever sound a purring machine can make.
I tactfully make as much noise as possible to let her know that I am coming down the stairs.
Oh, hold on, I gotta roll for Crumb to see if he gets on the offensive. Wait, what's my threshold, Michael?
What's your threshold?
Yeah, what do I have to beat for Crumb to not get offensive? I mean, defensive.
Defensive.
Oh, I know he has stats, but where are they?
The
I'm
best
not like
defense is a
stomping
good
down
offense.
the stairs.
Oh, yeah, I know. He was told to be protective, so. Only because of that.
he knows who Puppet is and is a machine and can think very quickly. So I think you'd only need...
No machines.
What?
I made a joke that machines know machines.
Oh, yes. So I think you would just have to beat like a 10.
Oh yeah, okay. I rolled a 15.
Also, Puppet...
Louder.
or Artemis, when you said that, I just imagined Puppet standing at the top and be like, okay, make as much noise as possible, and just falls forward.
Look, you know that thing Gene Wilder does at the beginning?
Yeah.
During Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
Exactly. It's just like, okay, tactful, not trying to be like I'm sneaking, and just thud.
Oh, hold on, I've got the gift for this.
That's not what it has to be, but that was my first thought. yeah, there you go.
Oh god. In this the year of our Lord 2023. I'm happy it exists, thank you.
We got to get Rolling Girl in the back of a gif
I'm
of...
very happy because I was gonna say I warned you about the stairs, but then I wasn't sure if anybody was gonna get that. So I'm glad that you posted this.
If I had the capabilities, I'd give Puppet doing that with Rolling Girl. Okay. So how do you go down the stairs without making that happen?
Look, I'm making enough noise to make it obvious I'm coming down the stairs, so that she doesn't get embarrassed. I'm trying to be tactful.
Right, okay. So after like the first couple steps of going down the stairs, she kind of very quickly quiets up, and looks at you coming down. Crumb just purrs a little bit more, and she just says, hi.
Hello, I was just coming down to let you know we're back.
Oh, okay, everything's good up there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, everybody has been, well, as much as possible, people are being accounted for.
Okay. I think I'm okay now. Sorry. And Crumb helps her up.
No need to apologize. You've been through something scary.
You know,
I remember one time our horse bucked Grandpa off, and I thought he was going to die, and I was really upset, but he was okay.
I'm glad he was okay. That sounds very scary.
It was. That was the day I learned how to stitch a head wound.
Huh. Well, I'm glad it became a learning experience. And not just a scary experience.
A lot on farms.
So everyone's back then?
Yes, everybody's upstairs. I don't know what they're doing right now. I assumed we were going to talk down here, but I was just coming down here ahead of everyone else.
I think I'm okay with being above ground again.
Okay. Do you need any help? Do you have trouble navigating stairs with your leg?
Honestly, downstairs is a lot harder than upstairs.
Okay.
Like a horse?
Don't be such an ass donkey.
Maybe donkeys peoples with stairs, but they don't want to admit it.
Fair.
I've personally never broken a leg, but I have had an injury where I couldn't really bend it anymore, and honestly, going upstairs was way easier.
Well, the thing about going upstairs, which I've kind of learned after my mom broke her leg on Christmas, was that even if you like break your leg, what you can do is you can just sort of like sit on the stairs and push yourself up the stairs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what it was by having a railing there, I was able to, with my good leg and arm, pull myself and just kind of swing my leg over a bit to the next step. And then with the railing, I was able to not put as much pressure on it. It was a lot harder going downstairs, though, because you're like falling forward and it's a lot more pressure to catch yourself.
You could have just boot scooted your ass down the stairs, but I
I
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I could have
I
boot
just-
scooted. I did not think to do that.
Well, that's
Cool.
just on you, bud.
It is.
Well,
You're right.
I've had about 4 back surgeries now, and I will agree it's much easier going up the stairs than going down because you're also it's also considered like better for your knees to go upstairs and downstairs. But yeah, fucking nightmare, especially when you can't boot scoot.
I imagine that's why like all the step masters have you walking up instead of down.
I boot scooted down up the stairs, or down the stairs. Sorry, I can talk. Like literally the other day when I fucked up my knee. But I live in an apartment, so a lot of people did see that happen.
Fair.
I just needed you to know that. I did in a public place. It's great.
So, Machili will come up the stairs with Crumb in tow. How you doing, Mary?
Is she asking Mary outright?
No, I'm just asking, how are you doing?
Oh. She's like spiraling internally, but she's trying to keep her best cool.
Okay, spiraling internally, but trying to keep your best cool. Give me a
Oh my gosh, roll for cool.
2d6
Christmas
plus
saving throw.
cool. No, let us, I want to say either a charisma. Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Oh,
Just
fuck
because
yeah,
you've
bud.
admitted to the fact that you're spiraling, but you're trying to outwardly keep calm, and that feels like charisma.
18.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're able to keep it cool as a cucumber.
You're gonna question the bard about being cool as a cucumber?
I don't know, you were very cool in front of Fritz.
Yeah.
Well, Fritz came in when she wasn't ready, okay?
Would you like to taunt me more? There are many voices here.
Arts can fucking lose it.
So, Machili comes up and is just kind of brushed herself off very meekly. There's no dust on her. She's just trying to do something with her hands. And it's just like, I'm very sorry about the state I was in earlier. That was quite scary.
I think you reacted appropriately. That's what I would say.
You know, you're just walking down the road and suddenly there is a giant monster right beside you. And it is not something you expect to happen.
Not here, no.
Well, you say monster, but
I
when
think
I
it was
was
just
out,
like a dude originally.
well, when I was out in the town, I noticed that a lot of people were speculating like this wasn't something entirely unfamiliar.
Well, I mean, the concept of nightmares aren't unfamiliar. I know I've experienced that outside the walls. I just don't expect it to happen here. There was this guy, he was just walking down the street, and suddenly he started like trembling, and I thought he was hurt, and I started running towards him to help, and then suddenly he kind of burst out of his skin, and there was suddenly a beast. I was not expecting
In
that
theory,
here.
Mary finds this very cool. Unfortunately for the situation, she must not say that.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a whole ass battle because that does sound pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it sounds
Okay, yeah,
pretty
you're
bad.
still good.
Double 12s, baby.
Keep in mind how big a chimera is compared to how small a halfling is.
Jesus Christ, Michael.
Big old sage nod here.
Yes, obviously I described it that way because God, that's balls as hell.
Balls as hell.
Balls as hell. That's how good it is. Okay, shut up.
You want to try one more time?
Yeah, try again.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You know,
I don't know.
I'm-
Balls as hell is
I'm
okay.
gonna
I don't
I'm
get
gonna
that.
own that one.
Gonna pop, I guess.
Yeah,
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Balls as hell.
Michael, stop trying to make balls as hell happen.
It's never gonna happen.
I'm sorry, I like fucking blanked for a second. What?
Yeah.
Whatever you heard is correct.
Artemis heard balls as hell the first time and their whole system just shut down.
Yeah, so I was trying to say baller as all hell.
Yeah.
But wow, you disappeared in that sentence.
You were so upset by that you peaked harder than anyone has ever peaked in their life.
Like you peaked,
I include
you
high school gymnasts.
you peaked so hard that instead of it screeching, it left.
You were trying to say baller is all hell and it came out as ball. Wait, what did you even?
Balls as hell.
Balls as hell.
Balls as hell. Jesus Christ.
Balls as hell.
Balls as hell. Listen, I just shortened it. It's too long to say the whole thing.
And then
Yeah,
he had to
the
sidetrack
artisan
on a
phrase.
whole thing
Yeah.
about
Anyway, yes, it sounds really cool. Terrifying in reality. Anyway, she's just like, yeah, I realize it's a understandable reaction, but it was still, I am very sorry you had to see that. It is quite embarrassing.
We all cry and scream and freak out sometimes. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You
Mary is
came
now
to the right
pointedly
place.
staring at Fritz.
Fritz sees nothing. They only admit that emotions exist. But you did come to the right place.
You were just the closest, biggest building, and I was already on my way here. Yeah, so thank you for saving me.
Anytime, but I'd prefer you didn't make it a habit.
I would also prefer that.
Yeah, I thought so.
So yeah, I wanted to come here because I found this flyer in my basement.
Yeah, I did leave that flyer in your basement.
I waited a few days because I did not know if it was a trap or if what it was. But then I heard of a small group around here that's been doing some good for the community, so I thought I could trust it.
I guess you could say it was a trap in the way that I was hoping that we could talk to you, and you came. But it's not a trap in the negative sense.
I guess my biggest question then was why you left this.
To be
I guess
100% honest, it has been 3 months and I don't remember.
Out
think-
of character. I think we wanted to talk to her because we were doing something at the church.
Wasn't there like supposed to be the beginnings of a rebellion happening under that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely what you
That's
kind
what
of
it
got the
seems like.
sense. Yeah,
Like,
or
I
at the very
remember that
least,
part.
at the very least, there was records of people displaced within the district, and a very well kept record of supplies being moved.
Yes.
So I guess then what was it you needed to ask me?
Well, I think as a group, we have decided we would like to maybe perhaps help.
Oh,
I mean, we've all been doing little things here and there.
Yeah, I haven't really been looking for a ton of help, mostly just been people that I could trust have been helping me move things around and giving me what they can give, considering the times. I could always use more hands, though, or more feet. And she kind of wiggles her peg leg a little bit.
Fritz wiggles their toes in return.
Hokey pokey.
Then we turn
Yourself about.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're willing to help out, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, you see, I have lots of resources at my personal disposal.
There's been a lot of
These kind
people
resources.
stuck here that didn't have homes, and as accommodating as everything's been, there are still a lot of people that don't have minor necessities and even a consistent place to stay. And I would normally open up the church, but I can't because, well, it's hard to move people through boarded up windows and doors.
Especially if they are bigger than the hole allows. I understand. That's donkey's leg.
So what is it that you all have been doing? Are you like an official group or something?
Shifty eyes.
Great question. We've been hanging out. We're chill. We're cool.
This sort of happened by accident
Yeah,
more
I
than
guess.
anything.
They have a point. Mostly, it was a similar situation. I am from, or rather, established here, and offered my help to them. Mary helps me do stuff in the shop. Essel, and they gesture at Donkey, is very kind and knowledgeable. They're very good at things. Puppet, here gestures at Puppet, very, very good at healing. I like to help them with repairs sometimes.
I like making myself useful.
Okay, so
I
just
guess you could call us friends, yes.
Yeah, we
Bats their eyelashes.
getting to know each other in a friendly manner.
Fritz send Facebook friend request to everyone in the group.
Send.
Facebook.
Yes.
That's really good,
So-
actually.
Making an invention called the Fritz book. The Fandangly Fritz books. It's just a place where you can write your name and I am your friend.
You've sent her a request to Whitney, but she has not responded because she does not have it.
I sent them by mail. Because that is the only way to get them out. I can't read minds yet, but I'm
Are
working
you
on
telling
it.
me Fritz just has a list of people who have said, yes, I'll be your friend, and just pulls it out of their pocket, and it's just like, ah, yes, the Fritz book.
These are my friends.
It's just a guest book at the very front of the shop where you sign in. Will you be
It's a
my
trap.
friend? Yes,
He'll
no.
be my friend.
Look at all of these contacts I have.
My friend.
Actually, an email sign-up sheet, but in the fine print at the very bottom it says, "By signing this, you agree to be my friend." There is no such thing as email.
Be my friend. Take one.
You see, all that is required to be my friend is you exist in my presence and you aren't evil. Or preying
So
upon
low.
little people.
I feel so bad for how sad we've made Fritz.
You also have to like Crumb. He is package deal.
Oh, I love Crumb.
Oh, I really like Crumb. Crumb, listen to me.
Yes, that's like my brother. Very good. I'm glad he was good to you.
Well, I guess there's no better representation for the situation we're in than a group of people from different districts getting together to help everyone that they can.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can offer more room unless people have tents. Because, I mean, yeah, is it quite a hefty front yard and backyard?
Well,
So it might be all I can offer in terms of places to stay.
there are definitely a few people who might be able to, well, who would be very much grateful to be able to place down a tent out in your yard, that's for sure. She pulls out a small, even small for her, kind of notebook, like a Blue's Clues style notebook, with a crayon, and just kind of flips through it.
Is it your friend book?
No, it's not my friend book. It is my quick list of people who have gotten in contact with me looking for things and stuff. You can she kind of shows it to you, like flips it around, you can see some names crossed off and it's all written very big. Yeah, so as I get stuff for people, I mark them off and keep adding to the list. There are a few people here who just kind of need a safe place to sleep in the night. Though I guess
They are not evil or hate animals, then I can offer some assistance. I know it's very hard to tell if somebody's evil or not.
Right. She flips through a couple more pages. Okay, there we go.
Yes, good.
Sorry, let me check out my. Hold on, my alarm's just about to go off. Let me check my section for people that hate animals. Okay, not those people.
That's the evil alarm.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Evil alert.
You might be bad. And then, and
Well,
then.
that's the alarm that tells me to take my pills.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah, it's a very important alarm. It's like, this is my scanner that tells me either you are evil or like French toast. One of the two.
I'm fine with French toast, I think. I don't know what French is, but I know it is probably delicious.
It's actually Orcish toast. We've just learned in time that they're really good at pastries.
Yeah.
The French are orcs. Okay, I like it.
That sounds about right, honestly. Sounds pretty accurate. From a place that has a lot of French people in the country.
I mean, I've eaten garbage off the floor before, so I'm sure a French toast would be nice.
That's a lot to unpack. We'll get there later.
About the French are eating food off the floor.
Off the floor.
Jer was
French.
too quick because I was going to be, yes, we all know French cuisine.
I don't
They're
believe in
the
the
same
French.
thing.
Because the French never believed in me.
Sure, I believe in you. As
Nar.
somebody who's at least 15% French, I believe in you.
Arr.
No, as far as I've been told, French food is really good.
Yeah, like French fries.
Tasty.
Yeah, French
That's
fries,
wrong.
poutine.
Immediately wrong. Also wrong. But okay, I'll accept it. It's fine.
French toast.
French toast. It's in the name.
Yeah, it's gotta be French.
I wipe my hands clean of this nonsense.
My chili will say, so if there was nothing else you needed, you just kind of wanted to talk about it?
From what I recall in this exact moment in time, Fritz would like revolution. That's me. I'm
I think
Fritz.
it's that Hanyo
How
meme
friendship
where it's like
Yes.
Yeah.
French love,
Yes.
crumb, French love,
Yes.
friends,
Yes.
Fritz love,
Revolution.
revolution. I'd say French, but that's fine.
Revolution important. Viva la France. Anyway.
Well,
Um,
yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is it about the French?
Have you been okay, so when we were down there, did we see evidence that they've been that she's been like getting things from other districts at all?
No. There was markings of like places within the district of where she has gotten things. She's a very organized person, as detailed by when you mentioned no evil people, she was able to flip to a new section.
You
So-
know what Fritz means by evil people. I know she might not, but you do.
So, she was keeping track of who donated what, but in a way that, like, if her documents were found, it wasn't going to out a bunch of people for dealing with the church. But there was no indications that it was coming from outside of the district.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
Well,
I
notes are
still
like
have
funny
a
hat,
problem.
big ears.
You as a group know that there is someone currently in this district that is beginning to smuggle things between the districts.
Yeah.
Yes.
On one.
But I don't want to, like, put him in a situation he doesn't want to be in. So I'm gonna wait till he gets back personally.
Yeah, fair enough. And he'll definitely be stopping in, and you can get in contact with him whenever you want. So you just helped him set up a good system.
Hell yeah. Quick thing. When it comes to inviting people to stay in the yard, it is fenced. The fence is quite small. I'm sure you've noticed. It is my height. But if it could be clear that they may not perhaps come inside unless necessary, of course, or they need something. But I have some top secret things in the vicinity that might make them afraid of me, but it is not that way. I'm trying to be sneaky.
I need you to make some sort of roll on that one.
Roll for something.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
I will just roll.
Roll for being completely sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would tell her if she asked what I meant. I rolled a 16. It's just a 16.
Just a
Not
16.
adding anything.
Add your
I just rolled.
just add your charisma.
No, that's a 1. It's 17.
Okay, 17. That completely changes things. All right, I will.
That sounds very weird, doesn't it?
Mostly when you said that they'd be scared of you.
Well, yeah, okay. Hold
but-
on. No, let me explain. It's quite simple. And they take their bag of holding and they shake it and all the swords fall out on the floor.
That's even more concerning, actually. Don't worry. Everyone kind of understands that you don't ask questions when we're doing this because of, well, the fact that I shouldn't even be doing this in the first place. The stepmother would not be happy to know that the church is still doing things in any capacity.
Yeah, well, now I feel weird. So I'm going to tell you anyway. I feel very awkward.
You dumped some swords in front of her, and are like, you
I
know
feel
what?
like I'm not being very clear. I am simply being charged with making weapons for the stepsisters, but I'm making them poorly on purpose. Don't worry about it. It's just there's a lot of weapons in here, and I don't want them to get hurt or cut or scared.
Well,
They're not very well made. They're going to get hurt. That's the point.
yeah. Don't worry. No one I get will intrude on your home. Just your yard. I guess your yard is part of your home. They will intrude on the part of your home that you've opened up to them.
Oh, you know what? I will just change where the swords are. I will put them in the back. That way nobody is in trouble or in danger. Just collect these swords again, throw them back in my bag hold. Anyway, you talk to these people, I'm going to move swords. Goodbye. I'm sweeping them around. I can still hear you. I will be back.
I like to think that we all just watched that happen and nobody said a single thing.
This is why I don't have friends.
It's one of those things where it's like a train wreck, you can't stop watching.
I have a very low charisma.
Like, I don't know, they'll get their revenge. Oh, no.
I really can and
Nah.
have made it worse, and I will continue to do so.
So anyway, yeah, if at least the huntsman here wasn't around or as strong, could maybe do things a little more openly.
Yeah, I'm going to give them shitty weapons, don't worry about it. That didn't happen, you heard nothing.
It's just falling apart.
So, yeah, I can get in touch with you guys for some things to be moved, I guess. I don't know if you had any big plans going on right now.
Phil, actually, now that you mention it, why did I remove myself from this conversation? I'm coming back. Hello.
I mean, I've been making a list of all of the stepsisters in this district.
Oh, that's actually...
Pull out my little lists.
When did this happen? Is that something that I knew about that I forgot? Like, I know about it as a player. Fritz doesn't remember.
Mostly I just do it when everybody else is sleeping, because I don't really need to sleep as much. I'm not super great at it.
That's off-putting.
I wish that was me.
Not me, I like sleeping.
But that is awesome. You've been doing that in your free time.
Well, I like to be useful, and I don't know. I just think that, stepsisters are bad, but maybe some of them aren't as bad, and if I knew them better, maybe I could convince them to be less bad.
How's that been going?
It's a work in progress. I just figure, if I just knew everybody, and if everybody was my friend, then we could settle this, and we wouldn't have to be doing all of this, and we could just get along, because obviously we all want to live in this city, and nobody wants the nightmares, and
Puppet, as sweet as that is, the sisters are a part of a bigger system there. It's more than just, if I can befriend the sisters and change them one by one, because that is a very kind thought, but that is incredibly time. That's a long time that's gonna take.
Even one is good, though, yeah?
Even one is good. I'm not saying it's not good to do that. I absolutely advocate for you to continue your effort. It's more, in a long run, I don't see this as a sustainable means of us getting the change that we would like as quickly as it would be necessary for us to have it.
You're right, and I guess I didn't really want to admit it to myself. But I guess that was part of why I was making this list. I figure if we know everybody who is a stepsister, then, you know, also if it really came down to it, we wouldn't have to. You know, it didn't have to be everyone versus everyone. It could just be, maybe we could stop things without fighting so much. I don't know.
I
I don't
understand.
mean that we should
Mm.
hurt them, but if I guess there's not like we can't just put everybody in jail, I guess.
No, this is a lot more complicated than that. And I know you understand that. I'm not saying that you don't. I just mean more. This is something that needs to be bigger, have more backing, start from a higher up place in order to actually enact any change. What we are asking for here is not just, hey, we want to go home. It's everybody wants to go home. Everybody wants peace. And this is a system that we are up against here, not just a person. A person represents that system, but it's much bigger than us now.
Yeah, you're right.
Logically speaking, though, preferred if you don't lose the spark.
Absolutely.
While it may take a long time and it might not be as successful as you'd hope, every single one that you might turn is a good thing. Can only be a good thing. More people that are for your cause will then help. I think it's clear to all of us that not all of them want to be in this position. Scared people do bad things.
You're right.
But more
I
than
think
that,
it's lovely that you are trying.
I absolutely agree. But on
I
that note, though,
just think we should act with kindness if we can. That's all I wanted. I understand
absolutely
that we
fair.
can't do everything we can't do everything the best way all the time. I work on a farm. You have to kill the bugs because they'll eat the plants. And as much as you don't think the bugs would like to be killed, you have to save the plants. And the plants have to be harvested to help the people because the people need to eat too. So, you do it in the kindest way possible.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that the answer? Is it quick?
The answer should be quick because, again, what I was going to say is, it's not just us who are speaking up against it. Hurt people are going to hurt people. And this town, it's more than just us. There will be others noticing. There will be others hurting. There will be others acting. And I would rather take my anger out on a system than on people hurt by a system.
Yeah, I don't think that you're speaking differently than Puppet. I think Puppet
I don't
just
think so
wishes,
either.
wishes,
I think it's just two sides of the same coin.
yeah, we should all work together.
I agree. Two sides of the same coin. I think, though, and I don't think Puppet's going to disagree with me on this. I think as much as we have ideals that are similar, maybe the paths we might take might differ ever so slightly.
Yeah, this is fair. But we all agree here to a common cause, yes?
Mm.
That
Right.
bitch must go down.
Mm-hmm.
If we could
Yes.
if we could do it ourselves, we wouldn't be together.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yes, very true.
That's a very good
I
point.
mean, actually, now, I would prefer if I stayed with you forever. But that is not the point we're making. Sorry, I can't get through a sentence anymore. I meant that, though. I see I've ruined the mood again.
No.
That's mighty
Yeah,
sweet
no,
of you
I
there,
agree with it.
Fritz.
Before Fritz just like awkwards himself out of existence, I do agree with that.
The hell? What is that supposed to mean? You know what? No, it's fine. I agree. I am awkwarding myself out of existence. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you do know what I'm talking about, but
I'm sorry, are we keeping you? I turn to Chili.
Keeping her.
yeah, because that's something we do apparently.
I mean, we kind of just like I
We-
kind of just started
we
this other
do.
conversation here.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's nice to see people trying to do what they can to help. If there's anything you need from me, I guess you know where to find me. Instead of trying to sneak in, though, near the back door down the side of the building a little bit, there is a small pot with some flowers. If you just leave a note underneath there, I can make sure to I always make sure to check there before I go in.
Yeah, me and well, I think in terms of sneaking letters, Puppet and Crumb will be more than willing to drop off notes.
Oh,
Not that
I'm
Crumb is
very good.
sneaky, but you know nobody wants to approach him. I found, so that's an extra layer of kindness.
I understand why people wouldn't want to approach him at first, but he is very kind.
Yes, he's a very good boy. But my bones are cracking. He's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, that sounded very satisfying.
Yeah, it was my elbow.
My glass bones.
My paper skin.
Every day I break my arms getting out of bed, and every night I break my legs going to sleep.
This is how it feels some days.
Yeah.
not that inaccurate.
Yeah,
Okay.
if also if you ever need escorting, then you may call on Crumb. I'm sure he's more than capable of helping.
That'd be very kind. Like I said, I will mostly just be looking for people to move things. Get them to the people that need them. Get things to the people that need them.
And then revolution.
Hopefully
So,
revolution
sure.
soon.
You know, we have to take our time. It's very important.
The sooner I can open the doors officially to the church, the better. People need it, especially in times like this.
I don't disagree. I would not, and I'm sorry to say, I would not consider myself religious, really. But mostly because I never got to know how it worked.
Well, it mostly works however you want it to work.
That's not how my mind works, unfortunately.
Well, I guess if you ever wanted to talk about it, you know where to find me.
We do now.
I will keep that in mind. I believe in you. I believe that the Fae Godmother is a person. I don't know how much magic works. Is the issue.
Don't believe in God. Believe in me that believes in God.
Yes.
I believe in God, but I believe it has no power.
I believe
Believe God exists,
that everything is quite confusing.
but not.
I always love the
Really is.
concept of religion in D&D, where it's like the gods are literally real, but you still have people that don't believe in them, and it's like, man, what a society that is.
Nobody more powerful than an atheist in D&D.
It's very hard for Fritz to explain their issues. But maybe one day they'll get it out.
I believe it's real. I just don't believe in it.
Yeah, that's a good
Believe
way to
it's
put
real,
it.
but it's betrayed me too many times.
Yeah. Or it's like you don't believe it's a force for good, actually. there's a lot of ways to take literal god beings within a world. So she will, with her new notes, and with as much dignity as she feels she can still muster, leave your shop.
Bye. Thank you for stopping by. We will make sure to get your shipment to you soon. Your shipment of perfect steel.
Mm-hmm.
And leather pouches. And all of that fun stuff that you need.
So many leather pouches.
My dad's laughing in the background, and I can't help but think he's laughing at me. It's not, but it feels that way. It's very funny.
Your dad just loves the thought of leather pouches.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Has
Honestly.
nothing to do with hyacinth bouquet.
So yeah, so you guys are free to talk openly about everything that just happened if you wish.
How much time do we have left before the timer runs out?
Probably gonna start wrapping up in 10 minutes.
Is that enough for me to ramble about pocket watches and bands?
Probably.
Maybe.
What did we all find? Go ahead.
I found God.
Sorry. You found God? My God.
Yeah, I found him. I found them.
Jeez. It's impressive. Considering, you know,
Just
the whole
riding
plot
the
of
bus
this.
like one of us.
God damn it.
Um,
I
okay.
fell for it. I am a fool.
Oh my god, I lost track of what I was gonna say.
You found God, apparently, on a bus.
No, I did not find God.
That's disappointing.
I was really looking forward to that.
So, I ran into that stepsister that we became acquainted with in the basement.
Yeah. Yes,
The
that
one-
did happen in my basement, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm not really sorry about that.
I know you aren't, Ashley. It's okay.
They they don't seem to remember, but or maybe they're just trying not to remember.
No, I don't think they do. I also seen one of them that I kicked real fucking hard, and they
Yeah,
definitely
no,
got
that
a
one.
wicked scar now. But
I think this is the
Same
same
one.
one.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, that is the same one. Red. Oh, they don't remember jack shit.
Yeah, no, I had to speak to them. They were the first one I ran into. Either they don't remember or they don't want to remember.
Either way, that's real convenient for us.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm quite nervous to speak to them so they can remember my soothing voice. But other than that, I don't think they know anything that happened to them.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
To agree that it was just not good. Not good all around. Though I still think that they got off too easy.
Really,
then-
after all that, you still think they got off too easy?
I mean,
No,
it's, to be
for
fair,
what
it's
they did to Jack.
hard to kill people in your basement.
Yeah, it's very hard. I would
Wasn't-
prefer it not happen, but yeah.
No, that wasn't the plan. That's what I'm saying. You think they
Yeah.
got off easy? Well, we can't exactly
No.
kill them in the basement. Can't
That's
kill
not what
them.
I mean. I mean that they should be punished for what they did to Jack. That's all.
No, I don't
We
disagree with
we
you.
kicked their butt. I guess that's fine.
I mean, some of them are very dead, but yeah, I
Mhm.
understand what she means. I've been thinking we really, not to tell you things you already know, but I feel like we really need to find some way of getting things more or people more easily between districts. Like, just to, I mean, obviously, I think we all agree there, but I just to put the thought out.
I do have a genuine question about that, and do people actually move between districts aside from like the handful of people we've met? Like I know you and a couple other people, but like it's not that common, right?
I mean, oh wait, I don't know this. Never mind.
It doesn't
I just
seem like the stepsisters are even allowed to move
Yeah.
between districts. In
That's
my
also kind of the vibe that I
estimation.
got. So I did not know if that was like is it odd that you can do that?
Well, I
If
think
it was easy, then we would have been able to do it by now, no?
Well, nothing
Yeah.
stops you from leaving other than the stepsisters.
That is not true.
That's not true, because the band is
Mhm.
the thing that's supposed to keep you in your district.
Mhm.
Well, that just. I mean, I just left.
You just left, but if you had been caught with the band, you would have
Right,
gotten
right,
in
right,
trouble.
right.
Oh, I think they mean physically. It doesn't physically stop you. Like nothing
There are
Yeah.
consequences, but there's nothing stopping you other than facing those consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, I guess the only other way to do it is either doing it without being seen or the much more problematic way of figuring out some way to undo or change the band.
on that note, Axel prepares evidence that we found. Prepare it.
The what now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
evidence.
Look. Okay. So this is actually a great time. I was still trying to focus and figure out what Puppet was saying, but we did actually find this around the where we presume the Chimera came from,
The
and it's
incursion point. Yes.
yeah, and it's here. Look at this band.
It is a band from Crystal Sail.
This is from a couple of districts away, not like real close at all.
I know
That would be
Crystal
a
Sail
long
very
way
well.
for a monster to
How far?
rampage, a nightmare.
I mean, what? They just like let it rip through all the way from there.
But did you not hear Michili? It's very hard to say with an
Michili.
accent.
Actually.
She said that she saw it happen, which means that it did not come from somewhere. Well, at least it's hard to say that it came from somewhere distant. It happened in front of her. And then the pocket watch from Nightlock. These are all very different places.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to figure out who this chimera was. This nightmare
Yeah.
was.
I was
Yeah.
actually wondering, do we still have the pocket watch? Is it something I can take a look at?
Who had the pocket watch?
Was it me? Because if so, that's stupid. I didn't write it down.
I
it
think
was
somebody had the pocket watch.
you. I don't have it written down, so
I thought that Puppet took it.
Well, you know what? Okay, yeah. If I took it, then I will give the pocket watch. We'll have to roll the tapes on that at some point, but yeah.
I just would like to spend some time with it and maybe see if I can identify anything about it.
I mean, I'm sure you've got some sort of
Yes, I have the
professional
identify
ties.
spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that too.
Yes, I would like to spend some time with it and identify it, perhaps.
I'd like to spend some time with it and identify
Yes,
it.
it's a very
Boy.
multi-layered joke. You see, there's time and there's identification.
mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast a spell on it. Anyway.
Also, I could do that with the band as well, perhaps, if necessary. But yeah, I think it would be a good first step to see if we can find more about these things and where they come from and who they were.
Oh, please, by all
God.
means. I don't know
think
what
it's
I
a
would
good
do
idea,
with a
but-
pocket watch.
How are we gonna find who this chimera was? Because we can't really get to that district.
No, but
I think that's like the whole point.
Mary has contacts
True.
in
True.
that district. Perhaps.
I can ask and see if anyone's gone missing from Crystal Sail.
That would be most appreciated. I think it would be a good start, at least, and... Yeah.
I
I
can't.
could get over. I could probably get one district over, but I don't think I could get all the way there. And
Yes, that's fair.
it would be the only reason I managed it last time was because I hid out on my grandpa's farm.
Yeah, you knew where you were going. It makes sense.
Yeah, I have a friend out there that I can just make a phone call to. Like, it's not an issue.
I got friends too who I could contact if I really wanted to.
You do? Whereabouts?
They're all in this room.
What? No, I have other contacts. Why is it so surprising?
It's not. I mean, you just never mentioned it. It's been a month. I thought maybe perhaps you'd have mentioned if you had other contacts.
No, I never had a reason to contact them, and they have very specific information. So honestly, I don't know how helpful it would be. But
Oh, yeah,
now,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, but I mean, now we're trying to actually specifically contact other like districts and stuff, and so maybe they would know.
Honestly, I don't really know anybody outside of this district. I'm not very helpful in this regard. Unless
I
you count
have
as a queen, fake.
Family, but I don't
Queen.
really know where they would be.
That's fair. I do not remember what the other district is, so
Fair.
or my friend is.
So,
It was a while ago when me and Michael talked about that.
They're in the Nightlock.
Voice.
yeah, which is where I've been identifying this pocket watch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I do have friends. I just didn't tell you about them. I don't know if friends is also the proper word. We know each other.
Acquaintances.
Associates.
I do not have any of those things.
You do now, though.
Yeah, now I do. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I thought you just literally said that we were your friends.
No,
and
I
now
said I
you
didn't
said
have
you're
any
not our friends.
acquaintances. Any acquaintances. I do not have acquaintances because I only have
Well, you
friends.
do.
I feel like you just skipped over friends or acquaintances and go to friends. I think that's why you got no acquaintances.
That is the joke I'm making.
Hold on there, Fritz.
What?
You made a new contact, what with the smuggling and bringing things over the border. That's an acquaintance.
That is my friend now.
The problem is Fritz immediately goes from stranger to friend.
She's
Is that not
realizing this
how
in
it
real time.
works?
Do not have acquaintances.
Everybody is.
So do you cast Identify on this pocket watch?
Yeah, and as I do it, I say I only have friends and enemies.
Yes.
Glad we're friends then.
And I climb up on the stool and I cross my legs on top of my table.
We'd like to meet these enemies. That sounds.
You do not want to meet my enemies.
I
Cast
do.
Identify.
So you cast Identify on the pocket watch, and the pocket watch itself doesn't seem to be magical in any way. It's not a magic item or anything like that. But you do
Definitely a pocket watch.
it is definitely a pocket watch. It fits in medium-sized creatures' pockets.
Too big for my pocket. That's so sad.
I mean, it could
Fit
probably
in
fit in there, but it's less a pocket watch and more like a small clock.
That is, I see, I understand. It is bigger than my hand. That's good.
Yeah. There does seem to be some residual magic on it. It's very faint and fading very quickly. Unfortunately, you can't quite tell what kind of magic it is.
But what is the point of Identify if I can't tell what kind of magic it
Yeah.
is?
I want you to give me an Arcana check.
Oh shit, I understand. It's a trick. Yes, good. Oh, so it is a 19 on the die, but with a 6.
Ooh, 19
a
plus.
lot.
That's 25. That is quite good.
Concentrate real hard. Revolution.
Rolling really good when it counts.
Yes.
So based on that, you can tell it is somewhat transmutation in nature.
Oh. Okay.
It's actually kind of a mix, and that's why it's kind of throwing you off. It's somewhat transmutation and conjuration kind of swirling into one.
Is this thing going to disappear in like 5 minutes when the spell wears off?
No, the pocket watch isn't
gonna
going to
turn into a
disappear. But like I said, the pocket watch isn't magic itself. It's just got magic on it. It's like if you accidentally dipped it in water and the water is starting to dry, kind of thing.
Okay. Can I tell what part of the watch is being affected by the spell? Like, is it the hands or the face?
No, it's like the whole thing. And with your very high arcana, I'll let you kind of realize that the reason it's like this is because the holder of it got hit by some sort of spell.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And what you have here is just the remnants of that slowly starting to dissipate into the world. And as we do that, I want to wrap back around quick to each character. And since we're already on you, Fritz, how are you feeling after this eventful day?
Partially revitalized and rejuvenated.
Very nice.
There is hope on the horizon. The flags are waving. The blood has been spilled. Retribution.
And
It
Donkey?
comes.
Pretty good, pretty okay. Definitely, I don't know. I don't want to say excited because that's probably not the right word, but like anticipating the future.
Very nice. Meredith?
Bad, man. Bad.
Bad? Why bad?
Feels
What do you
bad,
mean?
man.
What do you mean? Why is she feeling bad right now?
He's riling you up, bud.
You do it on purpose. Don't succumb.
Be strong. Fight him.
Mel
Fight him
and
in
Jer
real
are
life.
very used to this bullshit from me.
Get the fuck over here. I'll fight you in real life.
Also, me and Mel don't.
If you can reach.
Shit.
Oh, fuck you. I absolutely can reach and then some.
Michael, I will hold you down so she can beat your face.
Just take him with the knees and then we'll fucking take care of it. Don't you
She
worry.
doesn't need my help, but I will give
I'm
her help.
always good for a good old Michael beatdown.
It's been a while since I've been threatened on stream. It's great.
Don't threaten me
You
with a
deserve
good
it.
time.
And how's Puppet feeling?
Good, actually. I feel like despite the, tragicness of this, we've kind of come together as a group
Yeah,
more, and things are going in the right direction.
I would definitely agree. As we pull back from this chapter, Meredith, with having taken that voice, despite the panic attack, despite the moral dilemma of it all, you feel just slightly more powerful.
Oh, that makes her feel worse.
Chose this life.
So with that, let's quickly go down for your morals, since those are now being tested. So we're going to go down in Discord order.
Disorder, if you will.
Discorder.
Just give me my red token then.
Red, you went against?
I think so. So I think we've comfortably established that her moral. Have we just fully changed her moral to true love requires sacrifice and selflessness?
Yes, I believe we have.
Yeah, no, she's being incredibly selfish by taking this poor person's voice.
Fair. I mean, you're
I think
doing.
that's wait, no, because I'm always gonna be going against my moral now. Fuck.
Damn.
I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Sucks to deal with the
fuck.
consequences of your own actions, doesn't it?
You shut the fuck up over there.
I mean,
Everyone
they
tonight.
have a point. Like, she's
No,
not
because-
lying.
Yeah.
It's Michael and I switched my moral because we were having trouble making
same.
it feel like it was something that I could choose for or against. And now I'm realizing I've given myself a moral that I will actively be going against indefinitely because of my Warlock Pact.
I guess we'll have to see how you're feeling about it all. Maybe how your actions relate to it. So then, Artemis,
Yes.
Can-
What?
can you first say what Puppet's moral is?
Puppet's new moral. No longer a good boy does what he's told. Good boy is kind whenever possible.
That's pretty good.
I think that's the new moral.
And was Puppet kind whenever possible today?
I want to say so.
Yeah, I would think so. So you can take blue on that. And if you or Meredith did not have inspiration before, you do now for the next session.
I feel so inspired.
Mel, what's Fritz's moral? Good one.
So interesting.
Well, I know that last session it changed.
Yep.
Can't remember the exact wording off the top of my head for the initial one, but it has changed to trust is no longer like something that has to be earned, but it is freely given to those who have been clearly wronged. So, you know, they can trust somebody that's in the weeds.
Okay, and do you feel like that was something you followed today?
I do.
Okay, so you can take blue.
I have a question.
Okay.
When all of the boxes are checked, you just reset it, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, I forgot to do that when we did the red one, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Gracias.
And then,
I cannot take inspiration, I already have it.
yeah. Well, no one rolled low enough to really need to use their inspiration today.
True, it's true.
I rolled a nat 1. I forgot I had inspiration.
Ah, dang, that sucks.
I'm a fool.
Sounds like he's make us roll more.
Apparently I need to. Jer,
Hello.
what is Donkey's moral?
Donkey's moral. I forget the actual word verbatim because I don't have it written down. But it is, shit. It's like greed. What was it, Michael? Please help me. Like it was like that. There's more important things than money and fame and wealth. Greed isn't supposed to consume you. You can make friends or something. I don't remember. I changed my notebook for notes, and now I just don't have it down.
Moral is to not fall to your own greed.
Haha, I was close.
So that means you're trying not to be greedy. Do you feel like you were actively trying not to be greedy today? Were you trying to be greedy, or did you not do either?
I think I was pretty good. I think I was working. Is it against it or with it?
In this case, because of the way it's worded, it's hard to wrap your head around that way. It's just, were you trying to be greedy or not try to be greedy?
Not trying to be greedy.
Okay, so then that would be a blue.
I would agree with
Is
that.
it worked
I think
with
Donkey
or worked
did great.
against though?
You worked with.
Okay, don't. I read that in my notebook. So
Yeah. Okay, so, and then also again, inspiration. With that, this was a fantastic session. I would like to thank all the players for playing, all the listeners for listening, and all the viewers for viewing.
Bar is so low.
The bar's so low.
Thank you,
To
Artemis,
what
for not getting
is
sick
good.
again.
Yes, thank you, Artemis. I'm glad you're feeling better. You've had a rough time lately.
Fucking tell me about it.
But I thank all of you for being here and having fun. I really enjoyed tonight.
That was good time.
I had a
And
great
Very
time.
good time.
with that, we'll close chapter 5. And we'll see you guys next chapter.